10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tractor systems are offline.
Welcome to the Banter Club. Join myself, Mark, along with TY, Jackie, and Mahal as we talk all things sport. We will definitely trash your team, and if you don't like it, we'll definitely tell you your favorite footballer is a tax evader. Join us every week on the Banter Club.
Are we really doing this?
Of course, we are, definitely.
It's episode 13 of the Banter Club SA. We've got a special guest today. My name is Jackie Leria. And let's start with the banters for today. We've got Mark.
Yo, what's up, guys? Good to be back.
Finally, man. We also have Mohau.
Yes, how's it, guys?
Now we're good, man. And then Ona.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm excited about our guest today.
Special guest. Everybody knows this guy. He just won the NedBank Cup title a couple of weeks ago. Coach Dylan Kerr. How are you, man?
Good evening. I'm good. I'm glad everybody's online.
Yeah, we're good, man. Thank you for joining us. We're hoping to learn a lot from you. And I hope you just got enough time just to rest. I know that you just traveled to Pretoria.
Yeah, my former brother-in-law is waiting downstairs for me.
Let's just get right into it, Coach. First of all, congratulations for winning the NedBank Cup. Please just take us through the night before and the few minutes before the final minutes.
Well, the night before, I usually have a headache to pick the starting 11 for league games. So you can imagine the migraine I had Friday night down in Bloemfontein. Knowing that Ndegani, who's been brilliant for me, was sick for the Kaizer Chiefs game. So Ayanda and Keeley came in and did amazing against Kaizer Chiefs. And that was the only change that I had to make that day. And it was a tough decision. It took me till all of Saturday morning to make sure that I made that right choice. Because, if you get it wrong, you lose the final. But it proved out that I did the right thing, and I can understand why Alfie said he got flu. He was on 3 yellow cards. If he'd have got booked against Kaizer Chiefs, he'd have missed the final. So, it was a tough decision, but it was the right decision at the end because him and Nonyani have been excellent for me whilst I've been here. And then the final minutes of the game, to be fair, I think we should have won 4 or 5. Had we had a bit more patience, and took us time a wee bit, I think we could have got 4 or 5, and we limited them to one attempt. So the pleasing thing is that everybody was saying that TTM would lose against SuperSport. That's the first game I attended. I went to Toyando to watch that game, and obviously against Swallows, nobody gave us a chance. Then against Black Leopards in Toyando, we were still not favourites. And then obviously against Mamelodi Sundowns, we were never in the reckoning. Sundowns were going to win that game in the sleep, but we proved them wrong. So yeah, it was well worth it at the end.
Take us through the fact that your team has really found a lot of confidence since you came in. A classic example is your Ndlondo, who scored the winning goal, and he's been really instrumental for you guys so far this season. What has been the secret for you guys so far this season?
Well, to be fair, it's given them belief. It's given them, it's trusting them. But I mean, Ndlondo, I left him out for 2 games. He's been doing really, really well, but he gets overconfident. There's nothing wrong with that, but then he starts to play for himself, and it doesn't go well with what we're trying to do as a team. And against Black Leopards in the league, I left him out of the team because I said to him, he's hurting himself by being individual rather than having the work ethic of everybody else. And then from that day, he's won 3 man of the matches on the bounce, scored the winning goal in the NedBank Cup. So it was really, really well. It was really, really positive for him. So, but it's given him belief. You know, there was a lot of problems when I came. More bigger problems than anybody will realise. You know, and I've managed to try and get the players to focus on the football and not worry about other things, and it's worked. And you know, the beauty of it is I've got DVD and I've got Paul Maleka. They're actually not trying to take my job, not trying to work against me. They're actually, you know, we work together as a good unit, and that helps. You know, so you know, I know that I can trust them not to go to the chairman and tell them lots of lies and lots of stories for their own benefit. You know, and that helps. So, and the players see that, They notice it, they see it, and they accept it. That, you know, it's not just me, it's not just Paul, it's not just David, it's the three of us.
And then, Coach, my question would be, how do you motivate players who are facing relegation? I mean, you'd hear coaches saying that, okay, let's forget about the cup. We have to focus on escaping the relegation zone. How do you motivate them to focus on the relegation zone as well as the cup that you are playing, the NedBank Cup?
Well, there's no motivation needed. It's the jobs are on the line. You know, at the end of the day, you know, they could lose the jobs if they don't stay in the PSL. That's the hard reality of it. Maybe 2 or 3 players in my squad might go to another PSL club, but the rest would all be hoping on favours or be asking. You know. So the motivation levels, you know, for me is, you know, look after your family, look after your life, and I think they've bought into that, where, you know, it's not just playing a game; it's actually turning up, playing a game, and winning a game, and it's been tough, to do that because of the games coming thick and fast. This again, we're on a roll, and now we've got a 10-day break before we play Chippy United in probably the biggest cup final that they've got to play. So, you know, the motivation is just telling them to get up, come to training, enjoy it, go home with a smile, and come back the next day and do the same again. And that's what we've been doing. Remember, we're in the second best job in the world, and it's brilliant.
What's the best job in the world?
Fucking porn star, come on. To pummel some women time and again and again and again, but not 1, 2, 3. You can do it hundreds.
All right, Coach. I think my question for you would be that you played as a winger, you played as a defender. Now tell us, what do you think of the modern day winger? I mean, in South Africa, we are used to wingers who aren't renowned for crossing, but for cutting in, creating chances from those opportunities. How would you describe the perfect winger for us?
Right, the TTM, for instance, who's on loan from Sunderland, Brandon, they're on. We've got Tabo, on left, Merlo at left back. We've got lots of wingers, but you know the way that I've watched South African wingers, they actually don't know, you know, how to put that ball where the danger areas are. You know, and they're just quite happy just to cross it and think they've done their job. You know, now do crossing and finishing, which is probably every day, maybe 4 times a week. We'll do crossing and finishing. I have to, you know, step in and have to say, listen, this is what you'll do. Stop looking where to put the ball. Just put it in an area that the attacker can go and attack. Don't put it this side because that works for the defenders. Put it that side because that makes it difficult for the defenders. But you've got to do that from a young age. You've got to do that from a very, very young age. When I played at Arcadia, my job was to get in the box for Noel Cousins and for Trevor Poole. As soon as I got wide, I either play it for the through ball or cross it for them. Set pieces, the same for John Salter, Paddy Hall, Mike Lambert, Sammy Troughton, Dave Bukowski. Put it in that area that they can go and attack it and win it. And unfortunately, you know, that is a big part in winning games. You know, that final cross, and you know, it takes time. But obviously these players haven't got time because we're playing game, rest, recovery, game, rest, recovery. It's very, very difficult for me to help them.
Now, Coach, my question is, this problem of crossing also extends to scoring in South Africa. We see this in the national team. We see this in the Premier League. We also see this in the NFD. So now, do you have maybe any suggestions on how, I know you explained that even in crossing, it needs to start from an early age. Now, with scoring, do you have any suggestions how we can fix that as a nation?
We overplay here. We overdo things here. I mean, I don't know if you watched Chelsea versus the other day. Chelsea, no, it weren't. Let me think what game it were.
Yes, I had to buy someone a Chelsea just for that game.
The goalkeeper saved. He had a shot. The goalkeeper saved it, and then he came back out to him, and he just passed it into the goal. It was brilliant. I can't remember. Now, here in South Africa, the tendency is that they want to score the worldie. They want to score the most amazing strike. They'll hit it from 40 yards when they've got no chance of hitting it from 10 yards. So why try 40 yards? They haven't got that patience and that timing of, if the ball comes, go and take a touch and shoot, they'll do it the other way. They'll just shoot. When they should shoot, they'll take a touch and then they'll shoot. And it's frustrating as hell because we do it every day in training. And if we have 100 shots in training, I reckon 10 will go in the goal. And I'm serious. That's how bad it is. And you get to a point where you're fed up at shouting at them and blowing the whistle and having to redo it again and again and again. Because, the attitude of players is, well, I'm just going to hit it, and if I miss, they don't get angry with themselves. If I took a free kick or I took a shot and I missed the target, I'd be going mad inside. I'd be going, play. I'd be going, here it's like, it's just a shot, who cares? It's just training. When you're doing training, you do on the field.
So it goes back, Coach. Now let's just go even further. I'm sure you've coached a lot of quality players across the continent. But who has been your best player that you've coached?
That's a hard question, because everybody I've coached has been brilliant, but everyone's got a different personality. When I was at Leopards the first time, everybody was excited. Everybody wanted to play, and like Masona got the golden boot for being top scorer, but he wasn't the best player. There was other players around him, so it was really, really weird that you can't really guess on what players are the best. Everybody gives the best, even though frustratingly they don't try their best. Barocca was the same. I had a plan. I had a plan at Leopards the first time I was there, but it got taken away from me. And I had a bigger plan at Barocca. That got taken away from me. I'm now at TTM, where everybody said I was stupid to take the job. So it's how football is. It works.
Okay, Coach. Let's take away the names. Since Jackie asked, what's the best player you've ever coached? Let's take away the names. When you get to a team, what's that ideal player you go out there looking for, whether it's in the team or outside in the transfer market? So basically, what's the ideal player for Dylan Kerr?
The one who works, the one who takes things seriously as I do. You've got to have standards in life. Whatever you do, whether you're married, single, whether you've got 2 kids, 3 kids, whether you haven't got kids like me, you've got to have standards. And at the end of the day, you get paid to do a job. You've got to do that job. And I don't go and complain to my chairman if I haven't got a bonus. I don't go and complain to my chairman if I've got a problem. I deal with it myself. And if I need to speak to somebody, I speak to somebody that I can trust. And that's what you need in a player. You need that work ethic. You need them to come to training knowing that they're going to do a full day's work, even though it's only 2 hours max that we do. And you need them to learn. You want them to learn. And everybody's got an agenda here as a player in Africa. And I mean, Tanzania, Kenya, South Africa. Players have got agendas. It's all about what they can get, what they can earn, and it shouldn't be like that. It should be, what I can, what games I can win, how many goals can I score, how many clean sheets can I keep. That's how I work as a footballer. I just want somebody that has standards, and wants to get better.
Coach, you just described me in a nutshell. When can I sign my contract?
If you can score goals, I'll sign you tomorrow.
Definitely. I can most definitely score goals.
Coach, you mentioned that a player must have standards, must be motivated. Now, a listener once asked us a question saying that South African players nowadays, they don't seem to be motivated enough to be exported to European leagues and the big teams. So do you think, do we need to change the mindset, or there's something that we need to do for football stars to go overseas?
Well, I mean, obviously with the FIFA rankings, you'll not get that until South Africa start to do very, very well in AFCON and the World Cups. But, in 2010, you had the foundations to build and grow the talent here in South Africa. And, it's never materialised. You can, in all the rural villages in Polokwane, they're still playing on dust bowls. They're still playing on, the goalposts are made out of wood. They've got bricks nailed that keeps the nets on the floor. There's no 2010 should have changed the legacy in South African football. We've got all the nice stadia, all the professional teams have got nice training facilities, but where's the academies? Where's the rural fields for players that want to play and want to become a footballer? It's all gone. I've not seen any in Polokwane. Not seen one field. Although every school field is absolutely immaculate. Every school field is absolutely the best, and yet there's no football played on them.
Coach, I mean, still on the South African football issue, what's your take on Bafana in general?
Look, Bafana have got, they should have qualified for AFCON at the end of the day. That's a no-brainer. And not qualifying, I'm not even South African, but it hurt me because we weren't going to be playing against the top teams in Africa. And, players, who are coming to the end of the international career as well, they're missing out on that. But, there's a problem between SAFA and the PSL, I believe. That two entities don't work together as what they should do. But no, if they don't qualify for the World Cup, in Qatar, then that's going to be a massive, massive blow to South African football.
And then if that call comes after 5 years to coach Bafana, will you take it?
Oh God, it'll never come. It'll never come.
After 5 years, already.
I'll keep believing.
Now, Coach, you've only coached teams in Limpopo. So the question I've been asking myself is: do you eat masonja? Do you eat mopani worms?
I love mopani worms. I try and eat as much as I can with the locals, down in the taxi ranks, and I love my pap and fleece. I love that. And I don't really tend to eat out in restaurants. I'd rather, have lunch somewhere where you can just go to one of them, bakeries and just get, we do it every morning. We have coffee and fat cakes. It's great. It's great.
That's great.
Coach, you coach Chakuma Chamadiwandi. Can you say the name for me? I've never heard you say the full name for me.
Dealer. I've said it all the time.
And look at you now. You're the champion with the same team.
Yeah, like you say, you'll never imagine what I had to go through to get this team to win this trophy. And Paul and David are still learning. They're still going to develop. They're still going to grow. But, the planning, we haven't got what Kaizer Chiefs or Mamelodi Sundowns or Orlando Pirates we haven't got all that equipment and all that, sports science and, GPS. We haven't got all that. We haven't got video analysis. I do everything. I do everything because I love doing it, and I'm now teaching Paul and David to take responsibility and do it themselves.
So, according to you, Coach, what's the structure that you think is ideal for you to work? Now, you mentioned that you're doing the video analysis, you're doing all these other things yourself with Mpo and David. So, what's a complete team to you? A technical team?
No, look, there's so many people involved in football now. It's ridiculous. It's a coach, assistant coach, your MDC coach, your physio, your doctor, and your masseur. That's your 6 people, technical bench. You don't need video analysis. Means you're a lazy coach. You get some young kid to go and watch a video and tell you what's happening in the game, and he doesn't see what you want to see. So, if I'm going to trust somebody to tell me how a team plays and what a team does, and I'll give you an example. When Chipper played Black Leopards, right?
Yes.
Remember, I had Coach Siema working with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
He told me things that kind of made sense, so I didn't have to do my video analysis, right? This is where I learned a lesson, right? Told me this, told me that, told me, this is how they play, this is the strengths, this is the weaknesses. He told me we shouldn't play him. And he's just been fired by Chipper. And you're thinking, well, yeah, he wants Black Leopards to win, just to show the chairman at Chipper, what a mistake he made. I had a feeling that the day of the game, I should have done my analysis. I should have done my own thing on Chipper. The first half, everything he told me was the wrong instructions. It was kind of wanting Chipper to win the game. So, and obviously he had his own reasons for that, and I gave him the trust, I gave him the responsibility, and basically he actually sold me a big one, and the day after that I resigned from Black Leopards. So, if I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail doing it my way. I'm going to fail because somebody else has told me, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, because it doesn't work. And I knew that day I should have done the night before the video analysis, but I didn't. So, I like to do it. I like to do things and like to incorporate other people to do it as well. Guys, I have got to go.
Okay, Coach. Just one of the last questions before you leave. You mentioned that you have to do scouting yourself and prepare yourself. Now you're going to be playing Confederation Cup next season. Now, how are you going to be preparing for those games as a whole different game and they're in different?
About that yet, because we've still got to stay in the league. We've still got a big game against Chipper coming up, so I'm not going to think Confederations. I've been there twice. I know how it works. It's an expensive competition. There's a lot of problems in a lot of other countries that they try and manipulate the way you get there. They try and manipulate the way that you train. They make it very uncomfortable for you. But what we've got to do when we go, we've got to represent not only the PSL but also the Limpopo people and football.
Yes.
To do the best. Because Chiefs have done it, even though everybody didn't fancy Chiefs. Pirates have still got a chance. Sundowns, I believe Sundowns will win tomorrow.
My man.
Yeah, coach. Yes, coach.
So there's always opportunities, and the thing is, again, when I was in Kenya with Gor Mahia, we went to Confederations Cup. Everything leading up to the game, like in Algiers, we had to sleep in the airport for 24 hours. We then booked into a hotel that wasn't ready. We had to move to a different hotel. We got to the stadium, it was closed. We weren't given the right food. Everything was horrendous, but the occasion was absolutely brilliant. The occasion was brilliant. The stadium was full. and to do that, and to be remembered that you've played in a Confederations game, which nobody gives you a chance. Nobody ever thought we'd win NedBank. So it's a bonus for them to go and represent the country in the Confederations Cup.
Yeah, no, it's really a beautiful feat. Coach, before we let you go real quick, last question. I just want to know about the tattoos. What's the story behind the tattoos?
Well, I mean, to be fair, my Kilmarnock one in '97 when we won the Scottish Cup, I was drunk. I was absolutely bored. Didn't sleep. I was just drinking. Came home. My friend had a tattoo. I fell asleep, and I woke up with a tattoo. Could have been a lot worse. And I never really liked tattoos. I never really liked it, but I thought, but when he put that on, I didn't know anything about it, so there's nothing I could do. Then when I went to Vietnam, my mum, whose birthday is today, happy birthday, Mum, in heaven. I decided to put a name on my arm, but you can't see it. You can't see it yet. You will be able to now, which is Gloria Jean.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I won my first trophy as a head coach in Vietnam, and then I won the back-to-back titles in Kenya with Gor Mahia. So I just decided I'm going to celebrate it and have the whole lot done, and it's an achievement that means something to me because there's only me now. I mean, I've got no family. My mum passed away nearly 2 years ago, so it's just. I've got no children. I've got no wife. So it's just something to remind me that what I've done in my football career has been bloody hard. It's been really, really tough, and it's been all. I've never asked for any favours. I've never asked anybody for a job. I've never begged anybody to. I've done it myself, and it's just it's a nice thing to look at. When you're on the sidelines with your shorts on, and you're looking at your successes, and this is what I keep saying to the players. Nobody remembers losers; they only remember winners. So win the NedBank Cup, you'll be remembered in history forever. So yeah, the tattoos, and I've got the TTM one to do probably next week or after the Chipper game. I'm going to get it done.
All right, great stuff. Thank you very much, Coach. I think that's a wrap from the coach. Cheers.
Guys, I do apologise. But we were supposed to be on at 8:30. We did get up till late, and my brother-in-law's downstairs. I do apologise.
It's not a problem. Thank you very much for being with us today, Coach.
And I've just had my mooty bath, because it's a Friday. We always had a mooty bath on a Friday.
Coach, you can now go and celebrate, man.
Go celebrate. Go have a good one.
I'm not celebrating today. I'm going to celebrate tomorrow. I'm trying to watch Mamelodi Sundowns and Ali in Egypt. I'm trying to watch them, but I don't know if I'll be allowed. So,
best of luck with that.
No, listen. Anytime you want to chat and talk football, you'll get the truth from me. I'm not going to bullshit you. If you ask me, South African football as good as it were in 1986, 7 and 8, no, not a prayer. We used to go to full stadiums. We used to live, breathe, and play football.
I'm sure you're hoping for Caledonian to get back to its former glory so that you attend.
It'd be amazing, but I only played in Atteridgeville, so I never played a league game in the Caledonian.
Oh, okay.
But that one in Bloemfontein where Celtics play, that they should make something like that at the Caledonian. That'd be nice.
That'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Quite compact and close and intimate.
Could have been done after the World Cup. That's the thing. If you can imagine, right? If you can put a 20-kilometer radius around Santon, for instance, right? In Vietnam, they've probably got maybe 150, maybe 175 full artificial football fields in that area.
Yeah.
In Vietnam, and they play on it from 6 o'clock in the morning till 12 o'clock at night, and it's always full. Right now, imagine how many full-size AstroTurf pitches are in Santon.
Maybe 12.
Maybe one.
Yeah, it's not hard.
I think we need that part two to learn more about soccer, coach.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. I'm up for that anytime. Just talk to me. I love talking football, but unfortunately tonight, if I don't go down, he's going to piss off. Thanks, guys.
Okay, Coach. Have a great night, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. You're looking well. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye. Cheers, Coach.
Remember, the second best job in the world.
Oh my goodness. That is Coach Dylan Kerr on the Banter Club. That was very insightful. That was actually very insightful, gents. What do you think, Werner?
That was a great conversation. I think we should have him more here. I think we should also have Coach Pito here. Yes, Coach Pito is saying some nice things this week, eh?
Hey, Mark. Is Mark here? Jackie?
No. I was listening, guys. In life, you have to listen. So I was listening. Very, very interesting. Yeah, man. Yeah. So it was very, very cool.
Yeah, super dope. Jackie?
I think the president of Sundowns, Topani, should make a call to TTM. I think we need a fourth coach here.
Listen to that.
Very insightful. That was very insightful. I think we need a part two, man. He was very insightful. I learned a lot from him. I don't really know much about him, but from those couple of minutes that we actually spoke to him, it was really, really something very insightful.
Very, very insightful. Mohau?
Yes, I'll agree with Jackie. We need that 1 hour part two where for 30 minutes we need to learn more about his background when it comes to football, and also he speaks more about the future of football, especially South Africa, and I think he wants to see South Africa succeed. My concern also, I want him to tell us how do we fix the Bafana issue thing, because he seems to have an idea somehow. I think we need him coming for a part two.
Yeah, I think we just Bafana job. It's a tricky one to fix. I think I'd love to hear him speak more on that. Now, gents, can we continue with the banter real quick before we head out?
Yep, the weekend.
Definitely. So tomorrow.
So let's continue.
I mean, Dylan Kerr said it himself. Sundowns is winning tomorrow. I mean, that's a fact. But I just want to know by how much is Chiefs losing tomorrow? 2 goals, 3 goals, 7 goals, 4 goals?
Hey, please. He must know. No. What is your problem? We are not losing. We are winning.
It's going to be a 1-0 victory.
6-0.
That's very confident.
Yeah.
6-0.
I understand what Mark is saying. If you look at how TTM was playing, not TTM. Listen, I'm calling Simba TTM. If you look at how Simba was playing, they had all the ball. They had all the possession in the world, but they were not playing. They were not finding those spaces to actually attack Kaizer Chiefs. They were playing right in front of Kaizer Chiefs and not doing anything with their possession.
But wouldn't you say that they came to play for a draw?
I don't see them coming back. Even if they win tomorrow, it won't be a margin of more than a goal.
Yeah.
Even if they win, it won't be a margin of more than a goal.
Jackie, please preach for us. Preach, Jackie, preach.
I don't have the energy for one today, but what I can say is, when you're playing in Tanzania at home away against Simba, it's always very, very difficult. And one other thing that people must also understand that the African Champions League is well known for a lot of drama on and off the field. And something tells me tomorrow, if Chiefs loses, it's not going to be because of the football. It's going to be because of what's going to happen behind the scenes. If Simba qualifies for the semifinals tomorrow, it's going to be because of that. But if we look at the football, I actually think Chiefs can actually go through. Like I said in the previous episode, Chiefs just needs a goal. If Chiefs scores a goal, it's done. But knowing that Gavin Hunt is probably going to be very cautious tomorrow, he's probably going to just play for a draw and just wait for them just to go on the counter attack and they'll probably get that away goal. But I still think Simba might win tomorrow and shock a lot of people tomorrow because of what's going to happen behind the scenes. And this whole thing, when Una says that they're not going to score more than one goal, I actually think they might end up being close, or potentially the game might even go to extra time. So my prediction for tomorrow is half a dozen, honestly speaking. I see 6-0 tomorrow from Simba.
Clapper Simba, clapper Nyaka Peace, man. Speaking about Kevin Hunt, there's rumors that Kevin Hunt is leaving Kaizer Chiefs at the end of the season. I don't know how true they are, but I've been hearing them quite a lot, saying that Mutaung has actually requested that he leaves, or something along those lines, allegedly, if I get sued. Sorry?
He's listening to Mickey Jr. That guy.
If it's true, Bobby's ungrateful. That guy just made them go through to the quarterfinals. They're about to qualify for the semi-final of the Champions League, which is never going to happen again in Chiefs history.
Never.
So I don't understand. I don't understand why you want to buy the coach.
It's not going to happen again. But again, Champions League, KBC Mutipe, man. There's nothing there. There's only 3 or 4 superior teams, and the rest they're farmers.
4-5 wins. 4-5 wins. Bayern Munich.
4-5 wins. Regardless, Chiefs is there. Chiefs is not coming back next season. But I'm saying the same 3-4 teams will still go to the same semi-final. That tournament is actually just for 4, 5, 6 teams, and everyone else is just farmers. I'm being honest.
Including Chiefs. I just want to clarify. Everyone else is farmers, including Chiefs.
I didn't listen to Kaizer Chiefs never took this tournament seriously, and the only time they took it seriously, look, they're on the verge of being in the semi-final. Exactly. It says a lot about the type of tournament that it is.
Out of all the teams that you have played with this season, against this season, which team has won the Champions League?
Why that?
Only why that? You're telling me no. So you're telling me because you've beaten Simba, you've beaten I don't know about Hore, but you've beaten Sitimia, Wydad, ne? You think you've got the potential to actually win the championship and go to the Club World Cup?
I'm not saying that Kaizer Chiefs is going to win anything. I'm talking about the type of tournament that it is. The type of tournament that CAF Champions League is, to me, ABC Muzipe.
If that's the thing, but if you're saying it's ABC Muzipe, then the Chiefs should win this easily then.
Yes, it's possible.
No, they can't. Chiefs the Muzipe League team already.
So now you're contradicting yourself. You're now saying that Chiefs won't win it, but they can win it.
Yeah, they can win it.
Okay.
Mara Jinky.
No, man. The Champions League same as ABC Motsepe. Whoa. Fact is, the Champions League is the Champions League. It is the highest competition in Africa. So
yes, in what you see there. Kiona Simba never ito rija. Abatu.
Kiona Simba jilenga lapi papa.
Kiona
jilenga lapi.
Serious.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, my take on this game, Simba and Kaizer Chiefs. I see them winning the game, but I doubt they will manage to score 5 goals or even 4 goals. I mean, they have a good record playing at home. Yes, 12 matches unbeaten. And within those 12 matches, they've only conceded 4 goals and they've managed to score 26 goals. But I don't see them by any chance scoring 4 or I think they might score 2 goals and win the game by 2-0, but Chiefs will go through to the next round.
Guys, this team played Sevilla and they scored 4 goals against Sevilla.
Guys,
yeah.
Are you talking about a preseason friendly?
Oxalayo.
It's
Spain
just like
1-0.
MTN winning
Friendly.
Pirates. There's nothing there. Nothing.
You
Not
know what?
a
You know
serious.
what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen, gents? Ne? You Kosi fans, you're going to be matching again to Naturen after this.
Next week, Monday.
Jakey, you and TY are talking as if Chiefs was called maybe Mawan to say they'll come and join the CAF Champions League. They've been playing, they were within this game since the beginning. You're feeling as if like Chiefs Nesara Loki.
You know how I support what you say, because right here on this very podcast, we were told that we won't do anything good in Angola because no South African team has ever won in Angola. What happened? We were told about Dad. We were told about Horoy. We were told about Simba Gypsy.
For the fact that the final, that means that they are capable of winning this cup. For the fact that Chiefs will go through to the next round, that means that they are capable of winning the cup. Chiefs wasn't called to come and join the CAF Champions League. Maybe they've passed through others.
Well, I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying is this. This is how I see it. And it's me being very much impartial right now. I'm not being a Sundowns fan.
Yeah.
The history of this tournament, the history of this tournament tells you that whenever you go away against such teams, which have a lot of controversy whenever you play away against them, there's a tendency of the brown envelope, if I put it like that. You get me? So there's a high possibility that tomorrow, don't be surprised when the home side has been awarded dubious penalties, she's getting red cards and so forth. That's why I was saying, I even said at the beginning when I spoke about Kaizer's game, I said that if Simba goes through, it's going to be because of what they probably did, allegedly probably might do behind closed doors. Because it's the African tournament. African tournaments are well known for a lot of controversy. It's the same thing that happened when Pirates played against TP Mazembe. I remember a couple of years back when TP Mazembe were awarded 2 dubious penalties. Sundowns also faced the same problem in North Africa. But because Downs also do the same thing in Pretoria, because they know the situation in African football, they gained a lot of respect from the North Africans and across the continent. So don't be surprised tomorrow when Kaizer Chiefs, because they don't know how African football works. You guys don't have an idea of how it works.
But hold on, gents. Can I just quickly read you this? Can I read you this headline?
Yeah, Jackie, I'm not disputing everything that you said, which is true. If you look through my timeline the past week, I've been saying the same thing, that there's going to be a lot of drama off the field. And I think Kaizer Chiefs is trying to manage the situation by bringing their own test kits and their own personnel and food and all those nice things. But the saying that Kaizer Chiefs does not know the situation is not being factual, because as much as Kaizer Chiefs is the first time they made it through to the group stages and they made it through the knockout stages, the fact remains that they did play in the preliminary rounds of the Champions League and they did travel to those African countries and they did face a similar situation, as much as it was not in the advanced stages of the tournament. But saying that they don't know what's happening is not being factual.
Yeah, my concern is that you're saying that you took as if Chiefs Nesa Ralogi threw out, or they were playing themselves.
Let's be factual and say they did play in the preliminary rounds for a couple of times. Actually, they've been beaten by King Zesco 5-0 the last time they were in the Champions League. So let's not say it's the first time. They don't know what's happening. They do know what's happening. They did win the African Cup Winners' Cup in 2001. They played a couple of games in Northern Africa. They played in West Africa. So they know the situation.
Even the previous game, they come back here or Roy as well.
All right, let's just leave it like that. I think you guys are saying this as Chiefs fans. We are saying this as football fans. We're being very much neutral.
Can I tell you? Hold on. Can I tell you what the Simba spokesperson is saying? Right?
Yeah, 10 minutes. First 10 minutes.
He says that Simba knows where Kaizer Chiefs will live, eat, and they will swing. the CAF Champions League battle in 10 minutes. What happens in the first 10 minutes? You know what happened. You know.
If you know that spokesperson and you've listened to what he says, especially when they play against the younger SC, the man is the Bergman. Chakwane, ke bo Patko Mafane, ke bo Mikim Disane, ke Goldfingers nyana, wa bona. So yana he hypes things. Ogare, you know those people, I don't think they actually watch what happens on the field. They just hype their teams.
Wow.
That's exactly what he did.
Good question, hypothetical question, Una and Mahau and Mark. What happens if Simba does surprise you guys tomorrow and actually beat you guys, let's say 5-0?
It won't happen, but if it does happen, it's not a train smash. We've achieved the target of the season in terms of the Champions League, which was to go out of the group stages. And now it's finally engagement. The proposal is actually pretty nice to have. It's not supposed to. La bola is what you should do, but the going on the knee, pretty nice to have. So, Leona, if we go through,
like I'm saying, let's forget about not even that. What happens off the field? Let's say Simba have a game plan tomorrow. Tactically, they're very spot on. They manage to get those 5 goals, and they beat you guys in a fair way. No, it's a hypothetical question.
Yeah,
your hypothetical thing is not going to happen.
What happens then? What happens to Kevin Hunt? What happens to the team? As Chiefs fans, how would you guys react?
We've submitted a memorandum Rena. If you want to know what will happen, what the Kaizer Chiefs fans want, you should read the memorandum, Jackie.
Read the memorandum. Not if I'm asking you guys, not because you guys are leading 4-0 here. One would say that it should be a walk in the park, should be done, honestly speaking. But because it's football, anything can happen.
And you know what, Jakey? It's only you having doubts.
Me too. Add me to that list of doubts. Me too.
Like I said, when we started talking about this game, I said it's a 50-50 situation right now. Simba can take it, but it won't be more than a goal difference. Kaizer Chiefs can take it if we do go play out for a win and not just sit back and wait for them.
I hear you. All right, it is a Friday, gents. Gents, it's a Friday. There's Super Sunday in the Premier League on Sunday. Man City's obviously won the league already. Manchester United is sitting second. No one's touching Man United. Chelsea sitting third with 67 points. Liverpool is fourth with 66 points. Leicester's fifth with 66 points. I did say Liverpool is going to make the top 4. I told you. Mark, who's in your top 4?
Ah, man. Okay. It's gonna be the Manchester teams, Chelsea and Liverpool, because I think Leicester might get beaten by Tottenham, because Tottenham are still chasing European football, which they will not get. But I think Tottenham might just beat Leicester, and then and then Leicester falls out like they did last year. So yeah, I think Liverpool fourth, Chelsea third, Manchester clubs 1 and 2.
Okay. Arsenal fan, you wanna pitch in here, or you wanna sit at number 9?
Just for clarity. How does this Europa Conference League situation work? So I know and prepare myself.
They don't count small clubs.
No, a Chelsea fan cannot call an Arsenal a small club. No.
The Europa Conference does not recognize a club whose fans quit on live TV. No, thank you.
They done trusting the process, bruv.
My only comment in terms of Arsenal from here on forth is Arteta out. I'm done.
I feel like all the fans from Arsenal should go out, man.
Yeah, the Gunners are out of ammo, bro. Hasana Nixida.
Well, call them pellet guns.
Maraona, it must be a tough time being an Arsenal and a Chiefs fan, eh? Look, semi-final, look how you lost out in the Europa semi-finals. Chiefs is doing well, but we know they're not going to make to the finals and they're sitting 9th or 10th. Hey, it must be a tough time, Chief.
Arteta out.
Okay, cool stuff. Mahal, your top four. Give me your top four real quick.
I'll go for Man City, Manchester United, Chelsea, and Liverpool, and then Chelsea. If there's any team by Zanko top four, should be Chelsea and Leicester maybe.
My man. I'm seeing Chelsea go Europa, and I don't know why. I'm seeing Chelsea coming fifth. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why.
The winners of the Champions League are not. They automatically qualify. What are you saying?
It's okay to dream. It's okay to dream. So we will allow it. We'll definitely allow it. Jackie, Leicester or Liverpool or Chelsea? Who's dropping to Europa?
Not gonna change. I still say it's gonna remain the same. City, United, Chelsea, and Liverpool. It's gonna remain the same.
I don't know. I don't see Chelsea. Who's Chelsea play?
Chelsea play Villa. They've got not bad.
It's not bad. Chelsea can win that one. I mean, I'm surprised Chelsea beat Leicester City 2-1. I was shocked. But it happens, it's football. It's football.
We literally walked game.
You literally?
We walked that game. That game should have been like 5-0.
But because you are Chelsea, it was 2-1.
Timo Werner. Pamlo Engel, Timo Werner. That character ya Noko Mashaba Pusu.
Yeah, that's deep. That is too deep.
No comment.
No comment. Gents, before we run over time, anything you gents want to touch on?
I have the issue here, GladAfrica Championship. There's drama. Remember we spoke about, we didn't touch it the previous episode, but I knew that something was coming through. The awarding of 3 points to Skukune, the issue drama, Polokwane City, you have. It's drama, and I mean the concern was why wait till the last like we are left with only a few games. They had this case when Skukune was around. It wasn't even contesting for Skukune at least. Even Royal AM, it wasn't even their go top, but they had to wait for the later on stage or these 3 points. Now we have Skukune and Royal AM sharing the same points. We have the arbitration, the PSL arbitration coming through, issuing out statements left, right, and center.
But it just tells up PSL. We know, with the whole what's his name, Wayne Arendse thing, with the Gaston Serino thing as well. Every single season, they wait till the very last 2-3 games to award these things. It's not fair. It's not nice. You know what I mean?
The law takes time.
Not until. Here's my thing. Ne? Mpo Makola and Gaston Serino committed a similar offense in the same week. Makola got sentenced within 2 weeks. Serino, it took an entire season. Why?
Sundowns were fighting for the league title. These people, they don't like Sundowns.
Yeah, and I forget, they don't like Sundowns.
Like Sundowns.
Huh?
You make it very difficult to like Sundowns.
But why? All they do is win.
But Jen, with the NFD situation, to be fair, Royal AM and Royal Andile Mpisana, New Age Jomoson, as Mark calls him, the celebrations are premature, hey? Even if the situation can still change, even if we take away the 3 points that were awarded to Skukune, as PSL just announced that they're investigating. My take is that PSL needs to get their house in order. This situation is not the first time. It won't be the last time. I think if we start showing more games of the NFD on TV, situations might be a little bit better. I mean, the beginning of the season, SABC and SuperSport were fighting about what games to show on SABC and whatnot. Why don't you just give the GladAfrica Championship all the games to SABC and they show them instead of fighting for the PSL scraps? Maybe the situation might change. We've seen the situation live on TV.
Yeah, but I think that's a boardroom money issue that's very tricky, because if we start unpacking it now, it's going to be very, very tricky. SABC is trying to fight for viewers, and you know how it is, man. Everybody's just trying to get the top games, so that one's going to be messy. But I do agree with you that we do need more GladAfrica on the TV screens. What we're getting right now is certainly not enough. I mean, we've got literally one GladAfrica TV show.
Did you watch the game? Did you watch the game between Royal AM and University of Pretoria, where they scored the last goal? Where they scored 2 goals in a space of 2 minutes.
I watched the highlights.
Did you see the keeper of University of Pretoria? The man was literally just standing there.
Yeah, I mean, it's tricky, man. It's tricky because there are certain goalkeepers that do that in the PSL as well. So it's very hard to put blame,
Even now, goalkeeper did the same thing last week here.
Yeah, there's Achie number 1 fan there in Clark Cop where there's no pavement. Yeah, I saw him do something similar.
What other things before we close, guys? Safa announced the new assistant coach for Bafana today.
Midnight train, yes.
After Achuzia Una Munefenteki refused to take the job.
My take on that is that David, the under-23 coach should have been the assistant coach, and then Midnight Express should have been the assistant coach of David on under-23, and the under-17 should have been the assistant of under-20, as is written on the technical plan of SAFA for 2020 something. I think that they should have went forward with that plan that they had. Instead, now you jump in. Now it's like under-23 will be playing in a vacuum because.
But they argue that they're saying that
the levels to Bafana. I think it will be good. I'm not saying Midnight Express is a bad coach. It's good for him. But yeah. On that one.
Do you guys think that the new Bafana coach actually had a say in appointing this new assistant coach?
I'm with Midnight Express.
Because you know your federation. They will say that Hugo Bruce saw the coach. He was referred him by him and so forth. It's the same thing as the whole Mufenseki situation. It was said that Hugo Bruce is the one who actually chose Mufenseki to be the new assistant coach of Bafana.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Not Safa Yang Khatat. I really don't know anymore. Like, I've honestly given up on Safa. Hugo Bruce got here and said, I'm not gonna be bullied by the federation. And I mean, assistant coach, clearly he's already been bullied. So it's like, what's the point? What is the point? I mean, he's also said that he might not even qualify for 2022. So it's like, what are we doing here? Like, sorry?
They might just ask Santos just to play. Represent one.
Take the Sundowns team as it is, replace the foreigners with maybe the top players from other teams, and let's just move forward.
You don't replace the foreigners. They play like that, all of them.
Man, Onyango can't play. Serino's eligible to play for Bafana. Fagan Nurkovic, you go pay Lilintemba boy. Let's move.
No, Nurkovic must. Nah, we don't want Nurkovic.
I'd take Nurkovic over my boy any day. I'm not gonna lie.
This This podcast is becoming a factionalist arena.
Basically, Makosi for live and Masandawana fans vlog.
I get it when Iozo was here. He told you that the other teams that are in this podcast don't even play football. You know, so it's very tricky to include. All right, gents. I think we need to wrap it up now. Closing words from you there, Ona.
Tell your grandmother to subscribe on YouTube and all the other podcasting channels.
Mohau?
My final word, I just want to congratulate Portuguese Shaun Maswanganyi. He's won the men's 100-meter dash in 9.87 seconds. He's the second fastest NCAA time this season, and he's also won the 200-meter dash 19.93 seconds at the American OTF Championship. He's a South African-born guy from South Africa. He's participating within the American. It's 20 years of age, I think. Yeah.
It's good.
That's dope. And then,
from what I've
like
heard,
that, the boy has confidence. The boy is quick. There's something about that boy. The aura about him. It's just pep. I think we need such a superstar. I think we do have sportsmen in South Africa, but we don't have much of superstars, and I think he has the making of being a superstar.
Definitely, and I've been following him, looking at how he practices, how he trains as well. From what I've heard, the rumors, I think he's in communication with the relay coach, South African relay coach. So he might be joining the relay team. I mean, we've seen how the relay guys have participated. When was it, last month or 2 months ago? The likes of Akanis Bailey, Max Munyai, and other guys. So apparently, Pathuchezo might be joining them as well. Probably looking forward to the. I think for the Olympic Japan Olympic. To the Tokyo Olympic 2001, yeah. So he's very much young, and I think he's got a bright future ahead of him.
No, that's true. That's definitely true. Super excited about this boy. I'm super excited about him. Mark, your final thoughts?
All I'm saying for the Sunday, Cabo Blue.
Jackie, the disrespect, bruh.
Disrespect. Final words, hey, Simba, peace tomorrow. Hey, not peace, but now one. Peace tomorrow, Simba. That's what I'm praying for.
It's been a long week, Chief.
But now, woman, let's just continue that momentum. We are 1 week per month. Please, that's what we want. They must just win one. Please. And good luck to the boys tomorrow, Sundowns. I know they can do it. Hopefully, they can get those 2-3 goals, and we can reach the semi-finals of the Champions League.
And take it again.
Take it again.
Yeah, man. All right, from me, myself, and I, TY Abuti Broadway, want to say thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget to send us a WhatsApp on 064-900-947. That's 064-900-947. We're definitely going to reply to you, so send us a VN, and we're going to be playing your VNs on the podcast soon, and very, very soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and as Una would say, Una, what do you normally say?
Tell your grandmother.
Tell your grandmother. Subscribe, like the Banter Club SA on all platforms. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, you name it. Do go look for it. YouTube, etc. Find it, the Banter Club SA. Thank you very much for listening. We love you lots. Hopefully, your favorite sports results will be featured here next week. If your team wins, if they lose, we'll definitely tell your favorite soccer player does not deserve to play for your team. Cheers.
Join us every week on the Banter Club.